Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. She can do anything. Yeah. Apparently,
you know, you guys do know you can be working for her. Right?
I know.
I'm on my way out, so it's fine.
Well, you're gone.
I'm
Now
done.
you're going to go.
It's over with. So I'm out. John may have a problem.
Let me ask you about this, because we were talking about this and getting ready for the show. You talk about it being rewarding. It's never the same job. Technology has changed the job. The benefits are great, all those things. We talked about the stereotype, the carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's changing? Do you think it's significantly changing in terms of people's perception of what a carpenter or a union carpenter is because they've come into contact more with union carpenters?
Steve, I think that shows like this, more commercial, more exposure to the union carpentry level, is going to do us a lot good because, as you say, the exposure, everybody is going to know. We're just a hardworking person, just like everybody else. We get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, we go to work, we come home, we have families to feed, okay? And we go to work and we enjoy our job. And we love what we do, so that's why we need to change some of the stereotypes about this union carpenter. Oh, it's union break time. That's not true. We go to work for 8 hours a day and we work hard and we produce and we have a quality product that is definitely one of the best.
Folks, as you're watching this program, our intent is really more than anything else is to introduce you to what union carpentry is about. Log on to our website. We'll connect you to organizations that are out there that will not just tell you what it's about, but you know, there are people, and we're not an employment agency, but the fact is this. There are people out there sometimes graduating from high school or in college with a master's, wherever you are. You're looking to find something that gives you a sense of value, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of belonging to something. This may be a career path. What do you say? Have any of you gone out to the high schools or places where you've spoken to younger people about union carpentry? Has anyone been out there? Because I'm curious as to what a guidance counselor is saying.
Well, they're always looking to push them into college as if, you know what, you need that 4-year degree. And I could accept some of that.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. And that's fine. But that doesn't always fit everybody. I mean, I've got 2 years of college and I stopped because I never was comfortable with it.
And by the way, you guys can get college credit. Aren't there college credits available?
Credits, yeah.
Right.
Yes, I will have college credits. That's
You explain that to folks who may not understand it. How's that going to work?
basically when you finish the 4-year apprenticeship, I believe it's like clinical credits where they'll say, okay, well, you could either have a construction management degree or you could go towards a civil engineering degree if you want to go to a 4-year university. And that was actually my push to get me into the civil engineering program.
Who recruited you, by the way?
In what sense do you mean?
How did this happen? I'm really serious. You were going into your student teaching.
Yes.
How did this happen?
Well,
Is there an embarrassing part to this?
No.
You seem really reluctant to tell us.
I'm originally from Chicago, and I knew I was moving to Jersey. And I wanted to basically just change my life. And when I was looking to move out here, I said, what can I do with my life that will give me a career that I can say, this is something I can do for a long period of time? And I just got on the phone and started making phone calls. And I called up 2018 when I was still in Chicago.
You called up what?
2018, the local I'm out of. And basically asked, I said, what does a person got to do to get into the union? And I think my business agent was a little surprised when he's like, okay, you're a girl, but I come in and take the math.
By the way, everyone
class.
notices you're a girl. Do you
Yes,
notice that?
I do.
Very big.
It's kind of funny. And took the math test, did really well on it, and he was like, you're in. And that's where it just started. It was just one of them things, I guess, fell into my lap. That's where I was supposed to be.
Good for you. Now, it's interesting. We talked about what high school guidance counselors do. I imagine that in vocational schools, it's pushed more.
I went to vocational school.
You did?
Yeah, in high school. I'm a 4th-generation union carpenter.
4th?
Yeah, out of Local 31, yeah. All out of the same local.
Did you know early on?
I didn't know, but I didn't know what to do. And actually, to be honest, my father tried talking me out of it.
Really?
Yeah, because he saw it changing. He saw the wood leaving. He saw the metal coming in. He didn't know how it was going to go, if, tin knockers were going to put, studs up. He didn't know. He didn't know what was going to happen. He couldn't see what was going to happen in the future. So he was really pushing me to be an electrician or a plumber.
Because that's more secure.
And I was like,
or
no,
what?
that's what I want to do.
And what's interesting here is that my understanding is that there are more jobs opening up right, in your field. There are more potential
Yes.
jobs opening up. And also, the pay ain't bad, as we talked about.
Right.
When you did what you did, fourth generation, right? What did your family say to you now?
Oh, they're proud of me. You know, they're happy I did it. You know.
You have children?
Yeah, 2. Boy and a girl. They're both in college.
Both of them.
But you never know. My son may come out and we don't want to be a carpenter.
Well, she's got the master's
exactly,
degree,
you
so
know.
that has nothing to do with it.
But
What do they think about what you do?
excuse, say that again.
What do you think your kids think about what you do?
I think they're proud of me. You know, I again, we have a good life, and it's all because of my, you know, of carpentry.
Someone watching this show right now, you've all been very inspirational, more than you realize. Television can do that. We'll all learn that from Oprah, right? Someone watching right now is saying, these guys and this talented young woman have me curious. I want to check this out. What would you say they should do? What do you say, Earl?
Pick up the phone. Look it up on the website.
Our website's hooked up to yours, but go ahead.
Look it up on the website. We're more than happy to bring in some new, fresh young members. We're bringing them up with the install certification program, giving them great skills, great knowledge, a great career, and something that they can sit around just like the 3 of us,
Being proud.
being proud and having a nice family to raise and have something to work for, to look forward to. If you're a hard worker, you're honest, you're a great person, you can really have a
30
good
seconds.
life.
You got the most seniority here. What's your message to all those people out there saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm going to check this out?
The myth about the union carpenter as being a guy just kind of sitting there collecting a paycheck is long gone, believe me. I'll match my crew up against anybody, without a doubt. We work hard. I go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, I come home at 4 in the afternoon, I make a very good living, and I'm very proud of it.
You guys are great representatives of union carpentry. We're proud to have you with us. Thank you very much. Hey, George Laufenberg talking. What are you looking at right here? Concrete formwork. What does that mean, George?
Well, it's the forms that are set to pour concrete, put reinforcing rods in, and pour concrete in to build structures such as bridges, roads, buildings, power plants, nuclear power plants, and various issues like that.
You're listening to George Laufenberg, who is Administrative Manager of New Jersey Carpenters Funds. By the way, we're going to be putting up George's information because Career Week is dedicated to really opening up all sorts of fields and frankly opening up your mind as to what you think different fields are. In carpentry, in all seriousness, a lot more than the hammer and nails. And we're going to be talking about flooring and drywalling and mill shops and residential work. But I got to ask you something, George. Biggest misconception about carpentry and what it is as a profession is?
Well, the biggest misconception really pertains to the fact that people really don't understand what we do, and the fact that the Carpenters Union is part of the community. Our journeyman carpenters are coaches on baseball teams, EMT techs, volunteer firemen. They participate in the civic level at zoning boards.
The women as well.
Women as well, yes, which is an adjustment for me. I mean, we certainly do encourage that.
And then more women going into the field.
More women, and you know, we have an opportunity here that people don't understand, that through a partnership with the Department of Labor, you can actually get college credits once you complete your apprenticeship program.
Well, hold on. You can get college credits for an apprenticeship program?
For an apprenticeship program.
You're big on apprenticeship programs. Why?
Well, we've actually found out that those individuals who go through the apprenticeship program are trained better individuals and have more of a tie back to the union itself, and understand that the union is more than just the job every day, and that they have to be a part of the community. And you know, and obviously our parent organization, which is the New Jersey Regional Council of Carpenters, encourages our members to vote and to participate at every level in the community as possible.
And by the way, Career Day, April 21st. Some of you will see the program before, and then we repeat a lot of one-on-one programs, so you know. Some of you will see it after. But you'll log on to the site that you see on the screen. Career Day, why is it so important, and what is it, George?
Well, Career Day is important to the carpenters because it gives young men and women an opportunity to see exactly what the different trades, and especially the carpenters, have. There's 25 plus exhibitors. There's information pertaining to exactly what career and the various trades will do. But the Carpenters Union, a couple of years ago, changed our entire process as far as recruitment goes. What we did, we call it open enrollment.
Open enrollment.
Open enrollment means that If you go to our Carpenter Fund or the NewJerseyCarpenters.org website.
NewJerseyCarpenters.org website, there it is right there. What do you find? Someone logs on right now because they're saying, wait a minute, Adebayo's doing Career Week. I want to find out about carpentry. They log on. What do they find?
Well, they'll find that there's 3 locations, 3 training centers that the Carpenters have in the state of New Jersey, in Kenilworth, Trenton, and Mullica. And they'll also find out the information exactly the work jurisdiction of the Carpenters, which, as you said earlier, includes concrete formwork, ceilings, walls, framing, doors, hardware, flooring. I mean, it's millwrights. Millwrights is a trade that...
We're going to do millwrights in a second, but because we want to do drywall for the reason we're doing that, George, sorry, because they have an order of the pictures.
Okay.
Go to some of the video, Teresa, of drywalling, because I always hear about drywalling. I want to understand what it is. We're going to be looking at some visuals of drywalling. Now, what are we looking at? Talk to us about this.
Well, what you're looking at is an individual operating a screw gun who's setting a metal frame with metal studs, framing, and they attach wallboard or drywall to that. In the old days, if you bought a house, you know that was all lath and plaster. They put plaster over it. This wallboard is something that goes up a lot quicker.
Right.
It's more economical, and something that the Carpenters are very much probably represents 40 to 50% of all our work.
So the industry's changing as well as the career. I mean, the materials you work with is changing, the technology is changing, it's all changing very rapidly.
Everything is changing and to that end, our International has a training center in Las Vegas, Nevada. We actually send all our instructors out there to get qualified to teach other individuals. But the most important part of the process is we've established a national curriculum.
A national curriculum for carpentry?
For construction, carpentry construction throughout the nation. All the 38 regional councils that are in the United States and Canada all have what I'm looking for, the word is a curriculum that is the same across.
So it's uniform across the country and into Canada as well?
Into Canada as well.
By the way, let's look at, you have some flooring. It's interesting because I would not think of flooring as part of construction and carpentry, but we're looking at some flooring visuals right now. Talk to us, George.
Well, what you're watching is someone install a hardwood floor. This is an individual putting carpeted squares, 2x2 squares.
Art here. You don't do this right. You don't get the right. By the way, someone watching, forget about Career Week, someone watching saying, I got to get the right person to do flooring because you got a problem there. You got a problem for a long time. How do you know you got the right person, George?
Well, you know you have the right person because all of our apprentices are certified to whatever manufacturing certifications that are allotted for different materials.
And people should ask for those credentials, right?
Correct, absolutely they should have. And we automatically have that put into our training program through the International and through our 3 training centers here. We have manufacturers meet regularly. We put on workshops for the manufacturers. And the architects to show that our men are qualified. And I think that's the biggest advantage, union over non-union, is that our skill set and our training and our qualifications keep us ahead of the curve.
By the way, we're going to do an architecture in the next segment. One more quickie. What are we, mill shops? Let's talk about mill shops, George, before I let you out of here. And by the way, Career Day, April 21st, whether you're watching us before or afterwards. Talk about mill shops. What are we seeing here?
Well, here you're actually seeing an upholsterer making some furniture, and here's some architectural trim work, some molding going around a palladium window, and they build exhibit displays, carpenters, they build wood kitchen cabinets,
you have passion
furniture.
For this industry, don't you?
Yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful trade. It's been very good to me. I mean, I have a history, my grandfather, my father, myself, but my children have chosen to go a different path. And they went to college, but you know, you have the best of both worlds here now, with the opportunity to get a college degree through the Carpenters Union and your apprenticeship program. I was talking to an individual the other day that 50% of the kids who go to college, and we're so geared here in New Jersey for all our children to go to college, don't stay in through the second year of college. They come home, and that's a large number. And there's a pool of those individuals who look to have alternative careers. And the Carpenters Union is a great career. You can be a journeyman carpenter if you want. You can be a foreman. You can be a superintendent. You can start your own business once you learn how the trade works.
Right.
And the union, in partnership with its union contractors and associations, the Building Contractors Association, the Drywall Interior Systems, and the Associated General Contractors, do whatever we have to do to keep on top of the learning curve as far as technology goes, and we are doing our best to recruit the best, the brightest, and really show that it makes a difference to be a union carpenter.
George Laufenberg is talking about carpentry. It's a fascinating career. Log on to our website. We'll hook you up with the Carpenters. And by the way, not just New Jersey, but all across the East Coast, you can find out more. George, I want to thank you for coming in. We're shifting gears after this on Career to talk about architecture with William Bill Kaufman, who is a terrific guy in the industry, a leader in the field of architecture. Stay with us. This is Career Week. I'm Steve Adubato. Stay with us. We'll be right back.